Hey everyone, Catherine here from 85th and Pine, and in today's video I'm going to be making this sign for a teacher, perfect for back to school. I'll have the file in the description box below, and I'm actually going to show you a little trick on painting these, so please stay tuned for that. It's very helpful in my opinion. And please like and subscribe below for future content. I'd really appreciate it. So I'll be making this on my Glowforge machine, and if you're interested in buying your own Glowforge, I have a link in the description box below on where you can get up to $500 off on your own machine. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to tell you my trick for painting this. So I want to paint it before I cut and score it, but I obviously just scored it right here because I'm going to actually, I ended up scoring the apple, the ruler, and this pencil right here so that I could just see where I need to paint it. So I'm going to paint this now while it's in my machine. Do not move it off your bed if you're going to do it like this because you're going to want to cut it right afterwards in the exact same spot. So I'm going to go ahead and take this masking off. I'm going to paint everything. And since this is scored, I'm gonna have to still cut it. So once the paint is completely dry, I'm going to leave it as is, leave it where it's at, and go ahead and cut and rescore where I need to score again so that it can show up over the paint. So that is my trick to doing this. Alright, as you can see, it's all painted and ready to be cut and scored again. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and assemble this sign. So I ended up using 1/8 inch Baltic birch plywood. You can use whatever material you prefer, but I kind of like the light look and the wood grain on the Baltic birch. So, as you can see with the pieces that I painted already, they came out nice and crisp and clean. And the main reason I wanted to paint them before cutting them was to get the score lines to show up well. Otherwise you can't really paint over it after it's been scored, or else it'll just diminish the lines. So that's why I did it that way, and plus it gives a really clean look on the edge. It doesn't have any smears of paint on the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little rainbow together. I'm going to put the apple in the center first and put these over it as well. And I also have these little paper clips that I'm going to paint right now. I ended up not painting these before I cut them just because I wanted to paint each one a different color. I'm going to paint with 3 different colors over here, so that's why I didn't want to paint beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and start gluing everything together. And I also have this stand that I cut that will be in the file as well, so you can easily place this in together and stand it up on the table. Alright, here's the finished sign. So I really like how this turned out. It's super cute. It's perfect for any teacher gift, especially back to school. But if you're going to do this, I would highly recommend going ahead and cutting these paper clips after you paint them on the board, kind of like I did with the other pieces. So score them first, keep the material in the bed of the machine, paint over the score marks, and then go ahead and cut over the score marks because it makes it a lot easier. Also, I would recommend using a 3M adhesive on the back of at least the paper clips to make them stick to this board a lot easier before you go ahead and cut those. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this together. This is the stand that comes with it. You just interlock them like so, and it should fit perfectly into place. And there you have it. Alright, and this file will be available on our Etsy shop, and the link is in the description box below.